Somebody is really watching some mom dramas and mom comedies on a Friday, Prince. Kasi meron ng Freakier Friday.
Yeah.
Meron na kasi, and so I have to watch it. All right, so here we go. First serve will be coming off the Lady Bombers. Martin with a reception back set. Powerful hit right away by Colendra. That is Luis Colendra.
Starting it off strong, Colendra with that powerful down-the-line hit.
And she gives a different facet then. No? She starts, she's part of the rotation from time to time coming off the bench. So ngayon, sinitura ang coming off the bench for their lineup. Oh, check that.
And that's a good decision for Coach Mayeth also to utilize all her players. But talk about utilizing that set. You have Sari who has so much variation on her hits.
Yep. Going off speed right there. Just a little bit of a cut shot para kay Sari. Hindi na nga matulis. Off speed. Ang hirap hulihin. Pero kukunin nila yung puntos. And on the service, Colendra. Back set for... That's a net violation.
That's a net violation called on Sari.
So Rina Ramos gets that point for the Lady Bombers.
But just to compare these two teams, for Letran, sabi nga natin, kompleto na yung team na to. You have everyone just contributing. On the side of JRU, I talked to Coach Mia earlier, and gelling and rebuilding ang nangyayari sa JRU ngayon. A lot of their players actually are freshmen.
Yeah, and it's very important that you give them that room for growth. Mahirap din i-pressure ang mga bata. Kasi pressure pack na nga playing in college. They have the talent, but you need to afford that growth curve para sa kanila as a coach. And Coach Mia has been really patient with this program, to say the least.
Well, how can she not be patient? Teacher Mia nga.
Service goes out.
Basketball player, volleyball player, very patient. Consistent. Tsaka natural na nagtuturo talaga para sa kanila. But right now, as an error for the Lady Knights, will put Rina on the service area.
Good defense by Alonia.
And Diala with that familiar lefty attack. Martin, loaded spike.
What a save!
And back row was Ramos.
Libero versus Libero here.
Good rally here.
That's still good. Lucky touch by JRU and they get that point.
Presence of mind. Just popping it. This was the attack by Martin off that scramble. Oh, tumama na kay Batara.
That's why you should never turn around. Lalo na pag wala kang point.
Siguro kung akong fan, going on the sideline, mahihirapan akong basahin si Coach Mayet kasi naka-transition glasses. Di ba? Ang hirap tignan ko. Teka, tinitingnan ba niya yung mga players? And the tap here on the middle of the backline attack by Vanessa Sad.
Sorry!
Well, Coach Mayet has been effective so far for the Lady Knights.
No, we can only attach one adjective to Coach Mayet. Winner. Winner. At every level that she played, with that pedigree and also part of that family. So malaking bagay yan that somebody from your own tree is leading the pack.
That's true. She's leading by example, actually. Batara with her first point of the match.
Somebody who asked, I have been very high on them since she started playing the NCAA. Bring Batara. Whenever she gets into that middle launching pad, she's a very quick jumper. She can also vary her hits off that quick jump. So, magandang mechanics for her.
And she has been carrying her team not only in terms of scoring, but energy-wise as well.
She started as an energy player as we see a down-the-line hit there. Like that was Yen Martin on that powerful hit.
For JRU, number 6, Fiona Lapating out. Number 14, Rayan Lalong Isip in. Not Estrella.
So quick
on the
switch here.
For Letran.
Second libero for JRU is inserted. I think that's Lalong Isip.
1-2 play by JRU, very effective.
With the 1-2 play.
So good read on the 1-2. Medyo malakas nga yung pagkakasalo ng first ball. So yun na naman. It's always about a challenge. Ang hirap pumunta sa mga atake pagka mahirap yung pagkasalo mo sa first ball.
That's correct.
So here comes Letran. Underhand setup job by Estrelier. Deyala on the cross court. That popped up. Martin, kargadong palo. Ramos on the pop. But that a free ball coming up for Letran.
Drop ball, still alive. Great defense by JRU.
Loaded spike by Martin. Deyala tries to wind up and hit. Sari.
Read well by Lalong Isip.
Deyala again challenging Silva.
Drop balls are not working for JRU. They've been reading it very well.
Estrelier going for the back set again. Colendra now going down the line against Lalong Isip.
But you can actually see the defense pattern of JRU. Butas na butas yung zone 6 nila. And you can see kasi na nasa zone 1 na yung kanilang middle blocker.
And nag-a-adjust din talaga sila. No? They're trying to foil that off-speed hits. Kasi si Sari parang 3 beses pumalo ng off-speed. Tapos mananipis na cut shot si Yen din. So kaya maabante. Good read by Colendra.
And you can really see the great in-game adjustments of these players. Good up by Silva. That's still good.
Deyala trying to break the blockers. Estrelier, another underhand set. Sari with a hit. That was checked. Deyala loading up. Ball still alive. Long rally here. Deyala.
Defense has been impeccable in this match so far.
Number 1 when it comes to digging. Etong koponan ng Letran. But
Ball goes out.
siguro konting pagod and miss time on that hit dahil naka-4 na subok si Deyala on that rally.
But Deyala was actually going for that soft touch just behind the blockers, kaso nga lang it went too wide.
And it amazes me for the longest time that I've been a fan of the game na yung mga heavy hitters pausing at the apex and then varying the hit. That's the hardest thing, but that one is not a varying hit. That's just a powerful hit coming off Deyala.
Deyala with that perfect wind-up and that backswing just between the blockers.
More comfortable position, nandun siya sa right side.
As a lefty.
Been a wrinkle the past few years. No? Yung mga lefty nagiging premium position. So parang may dalawa kang open pag nandun sila. And as a point is scored here, we are brought to our first technical timeout. Pagbalik mo natin, may updates natin si Lysel Galpo.
Back to more volleyball action here at the NCAA Season 101. Mga kapuso, tomorrow we celebrate Valentine's Day and in true Hearts Day fashion, natanong ko ang coaches ng kabilang kupunan at ang tanong ko sa kanila, ano nga ba ang puso ng kanilang team? Ang sagot ni Coach Mia Chuseco, ito ay ang kanilang fighter mentality which perfectly captures their journey so far, especially after losing one of their main gunners and supposed captain, Patricia Del Pilar, who had to undergo surgery just before the season started because of an ATFL tear on her left ankle. Kwento niya, this is one of the reasons why they were challenged to get that first win. Para naman kay Coach Mayet Carolino, the answer is simple. And this is the same one that she lived by since the last time she wore her Letran jersey. At iyan ay ang pusong palaban. So abangan natin kung kaninong puso ang mas nananaig in this match. Coach Hammer and Gaira?
Maraming salamat, Lysel. Heart, very important.
Well, also what she mentioned earlier, that Del Pilar got into an injury in the preseason, and Coach Mia also mentioned that na she was quite disheartened as well na syempre one of the seniors na wala din sa team. She actually was such an impact in their last season as well.
Saktong-sakto, nanood pa naman ako ng Hercules kanina umaga. Hero is measured by his heart. Oo. Yan talaga pag that yun eh. Yun lang yung ginagawa mo early. Yun yung game prep ko. Pero dito, looking at the variety, Nat Estrella going for an attack and she scores. Again, we want to remind you, Nat was an attacker when she was recruited. And dinevelop siya na maging setter, so she gets varied looks when it comes to offense. Here comes Ramos, her first clean attack. Almost no blockers to foil that attack for Edina Ramos.
And it's great that she challenged the blockers there because you have Isar and Estrella. They're really good and tall blockers. Just went in between Estrella's hands.
One of the cleanest attacks that she got dahil hindi na-close yung window properly ni Isar. Going back live action, Estrella loading up and hitting. That is on the line of that attack.
Very confident Estrella asking for a check ball.
So look at this again. Hitting and just dropping inside the Taraflex. So on the serve is Sari. I'd like to remind everyone to also follow and comment on social media. This is like series natin.
Score
on
is
this
12,
attack by Batara. That goes too long. So on service is Van Sari.
Strong serve. Perfect pass.
Estrella. Sari from the back row. Get popped up. Ramos ulit, susubok. Sari on the defense, getting it up there. Martin loading up. Ball still alive. Ramos with a hit. Estrella, underhand setup job. Popped up by JRU. Ramos going for that off speed. Martin.
Fast set. Martin loved that low and fast set from Estrella.
And a little bit more featured in the offense here, si Ed Martin, especially when she gets on that left side. Again, an open attacker, getting a better angle and launch pad. And she gets another point. So timeout here for JRU.
Para lang i-cover. Kung naman natin taas lang natin. Ring hindi pwedeng nakasuksog. Kailangan ka dyan. Before kaya natutuwa. Okay? Good reception.
Tsagay natin guys,
And that's what you gotta love from Coach Mia. What she's saying is that she kailangan ka dyan, that confidence and just putting up her players in the match.
When I grow up, I want to be as patient as Coach Mia.
Still serving for Letran.
I've been saying it for three seasons now. Whenever she talks to her athletes, especially that coming off an error, calm down. One more stop, we'll be there.
Paano ba magalit ang isang Coach Hammer?
No. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. My players, they have receipts. All right. So back in live action, back set, Martin. Susubok ulit. Comes JRU on the hit. Ramos, nobody there on the defense, and they get the point.
Ramos very comfortable on that left
point
side.
For the Lady Bombers.
He has been the go-to player so far for JRU.
And ito yun, merong
JRU.
may mga variations na dito si Kyle Navarro. He's a freshman setter for JRU. Diyan ka lang naman matututo talaga. Off the 1-2 here is Letran. Trying to go for a 1-2 din ang JRU. Quick on the middle is Jade Isar. That goes low.
That goes out.
Isar with a miss hit. She was actually under that ball already. Could not control that one.
And one of the feel-good stories then for the Lady Knights, itong si Jade Isar, been
Score
up
is
and down
10,
yung laro in the past 2
13.
seasons. She was very impressive on her first year. And then, now being inserted again.
One of the main gunners already for Letran.
Dahil doghouse yan past 2 seasons. And then, nabigyan ng minutes with under Coach Mayet. I think she's on her 4th year now. Ganda ulit na nilagan.
And I think that's the key for every player naman. They should have that confidence and trust in themselves.
Tsaka mahirap mag-produce pag wala ang playing time eh.
Exactly.
Eh, gamit na gamit siya dito ngayon kay Coach Mayet. Navarra on the setup. Deyala challenging the middle blocker to dig deep. Colendra on that corner pocket hit. She gets that point.
She's been playing so well as the first opposite here. Her teammates loving that as well.
Oh yeah, and this gives Coach Mayet an opportunity to preserve the thread ni Gia Makilang siya kanini Tura kasi mahaba yung season tapos sunod-sunod yung laro.
And this is also her opportunity to give her players that confidence and, you know, trust themselves even more. For sure, magpipeak lahat yan.
On the money rounds na, no? Kasi papaalala natin na we're playing a group stage. You're playing your group mates twice. You'll be playing the members of the other group one time. And then you'll be going into a quarterfinals. If you're a number one team, you'll have a twice least advantage. As we see a challenge here of that block touch. But going back to that tournament format, guy, we're so used to having a Final Four. So how crazy is this on a volleyball perspective naman on the group stages?
But what I love is the play-in. So if ever, kasi we know naman in all teams, hindi ka pwede mag-peak too early.
Yep.
And hindi ka rin pwede mag-peak too late.
Yep.
So if you peak at the perfect time, once you play that play-in round and you win against a higher bearing team, it's your chance to go up to the finals.
Yep. Special shout out Coach Edgar Baroga, si Guy nakikinig sa kanyang SNC coach. Dahil alam niya na hindi ka pwede pumik ng maaga. Dahil pag pumik ka ng maaga, injured ka na.
Yes.
Pagdating mo ng season, lalay-lay ka na. Ganun na nangyayari.
You gotta really pace yourself.
Which is the hardest thing, especially for competitions like the NCAA na mahaba. Nung meron tayong 18 games in the regular season during last year, you have the Final Four and then going to a best of 3 finals. The biggest thing is how do you manage the minutes of everyone for them to be at that optimal level. Pero may mga ganito, tulad ng Letran, they're afforded to quote-unquote give more repetition to the people that will be part of the rotation in the playoffs. So ito yung challenge.
Clearly, there was no block touch as it was on the left side
The
of the
challenge
blockers
is
already.
Kaya
unsuccessful.
susuotin ko yung salamin ko. Baka hindi ko
JRU
makita.
has one
That
chance remaining.
talaga si Coach Hammer.
No, it's just the bright lights eh. It's frying my eyeballs.
Second technical
Alright, so
timeout
second
of
technical
set number
timeout tayo,
one.
Letran.
Our
Holding on
score
to a
is
6-point lead, 16 to 10
In
on our
favor of
first
the
set.
Polio de San Juan de Letran Lady Knights.
$16-10, 6-point lead by the Lady Knights of Colegio de San Juan de Letran against the Lady Bombers of the Jose Rizal University.
Now serving for the
On
Lady
deck to
Knights.
serve is
Leslie
G.
Isar.
Guisar. So one of the feel-good stories here for the Lady Knights. A lot of things to be happy about, but definitely not to be complacent in. As we see somebody who has been on a high work rate, Ian Martin, in this game. Also, Nicole Diala on the other side. Navarra setting up Diala again, challenging that backline defense.
Great
Esteler.
defense by Letran and as well as
Yeah,
JRU.
both teams really cleaning up that Taraflex well in this ball game.
That's still good.
Back row attack. Esteler going for the quick. Two people popping that one up. Diala on the hit. Esteler off the 1-2. Good save. Ball is still alive. Free ball coming up para sa Letran. Sari. Papunta Esteler. Back row hit Colendra. Trying for a little bit of that offside soft hit. Diala. Isa lang ang kanyang palo. Kargadong kargado. Martin. Long rally we're seeing. Navarra off the backside, going for the quick for Craig Batara.
What a rally for these two teams. And you have to highlight as well Karabot, who has been such an essential player for their defense.
Oh yeah, started really well. Akala ko si lalong isip yung defense. Kasi wala yung glasses ko eh. So lalong isip is now shifted into an attacker. Karabot as the libero, pero pinalitan siya dito ni Yanyan Alonia. So free ball for JRU. Oh, powerful quick hit by Batara, but that was popped up. Martin breaking down that wall and scoring.
Martin with so much confidence on that hit, going down the line, challenging the hands of the blockers. Challenging the hands of Batara.
Loaded. Saka parang kasama, pati bubong ng bahay. Pag pumapalo si Martin yun, I haven't seen her play this hard for some time. Oh, good hit by Kring Batara off that quick hit.
Sounding hit.
Saka alam mo na pinong-pino, yung gitnang-gitna yung tinamaan kasi ganun yung tunog.
Number 3, Bianca Dumkae.
So service specialist, Bianca
On deck to
Denise
serve for JRU, Bianca
Dumka.
Dumkae.
is on deck to serve. Estiler to Martin. Again, loading it up.
That's still good.
Free ball. Diala off that heavy hit. Back set. Colendra off speed. Check
Blocking
na bahagya.
has been working for JRU.
Yeah, their defense, very impressive.
Although those errors is something to watch out for.
That's a point for Letran.
What I've noticed with JRU as well is they have been gaining their momentum, their footing, but it's those errors, their own errors, na dahil sila
On
nawawala.
deck to serve for the
Momentum
Lady
breakers.
Yes.
Dumkae.
And again, this is a very young team.
Yep.
What if in maybe a year, this is something that they fix already?
Papahinugin mo lang. Diala has been really a workhorse with her attempts. Talagang palo ng palo. Kanan kaliwa, siya pa rin yung kumukuha eh. Diala again on the third try. That's not over on her hit.
That's a point
And
for
another
Letran.
timeout will be burned here by Coach Ian Choseco. Then was the last attack by Nicole Diala. And that hit was not over.
Aakit naman natin yung bola, so reset tayo sa defense. Tapos offense. Pag maganda, dito tayo mag-play. Para dito, okay? Malayo pa yan, nakakabigil ganun. Itarget mo dito.
Nice
Okay?
one.
Aakit tayo bola.
Great timeout by Coach Mia. She's been focusing on the not only defense but offense. Sabi niya nga, wag binabaon yung bola, dapat mahaba yung mga palo. But what I'm excited about is the play that they will make when they have a good defense. Kasi mukhang nababantayan na talaga si Diala on the pins, on the sides. So it's their time to actually have that play in the middle. Paikutin si Diala.
Yeah, definitely. Coming off that middle quick, right on the money. Great setup job by Navarra. Going to number 19, Di Matawaran. That was Julia.
For the Lady Bomber.
And Jules making up for that mistake on the play prior. Estiler on the back set. Colendra.
Great
Popped up.
defense by Lalong Isip.
No, libero nga kasi dati sa And a check here.
Ramos off the block.
I am definitely seeing her sister in her.
Yep.
Her sister's now playing in the pros and very similar yung
Pati
galaw
built,
nila.
no? Pati built
Yes.
nila. But a little bit quicker, lighter on her feet yung kanyang sister. So if she's young, she would be able to develop that. Oh, quick attack. What a
Pala,
counter here
Padilla.
by Letran. Padilla getting that ball placed perfectly on her grass. Ganun ka-importante na maganda yung set.
Now serving for
Malutong
the
yung
Lady
palo
Bomber.
ni Padilla.
Estrelier just utilizing all her players from back row, front row, and even having her own attacks as well.
So Padilla on the serve. Lalong isip on the pop-up. Free ball for Letran. Estilier. Sari. A little awkward on that attack. Ramos getting blocked. Estilier. She goes to her ace attacker. Sari going for the cut shot. Medyo alanganin yung dalawang huling palo ni Sari. Going for down the line. Good pancake. But that point is scored.
And that is what I love about Vanessa Sari because she has so much variations. Nakita natin na short ball yung set but she still had that chance to adjust and she made a way to get that point.
Actually, tatlong short ball yun nakuha niya sunod-sunod.
Sanay na siya.
I'm curious when attackers do that. Kasi lalo na pagka nakabuelo ka ng heavy hit as we see Ramos getting a point here off the block. Yung full swing ka, and then you will try to stop your momentum, and then varying the hit. It takes talent. Kasi even boxers, na pag nag-pull sila ng punch, it gets their shoulders injured eh.
And that's the reason why you need to have great strengthening pre-season and during season. Kasi you can't get injured with those movements.
On that shot, JRU scores a point. Quick one right there. Hands off Nina Ramos. So on deck is their setter. That's Sari with a power hit. Showing that variation.
And you have to appreciate that play from Estrelier. That's a low fast set. And kumagat yung blockers sa gitna. So it's kind of hard to actually defend that hit.
Hirap na ko. Hindi kasi nakakuha na rin ng quick kanina si Isar na mabilis na same setup job. So again, it's doing the exact same stuff with different variations, with mastering the details and the basics. Ramos. And that gets checked.
Isar getting her hands on that block.
We have a coach's challenge for JRU.
There's a coach's challenge here. On ball in, ball out. I would defer to my analyst when it comes to that.
Well, again, any part of the ball that touches the line is considered in. So we have to see that from the challenge.
Right here.
Definitely in.
After reviewing the play, ball is in.
Walang kaduda-duda. Kalahati ng bola nasa loob mo.
The JRU Lady
Kahit
Bombers
bahagyang pumasok, counted yan eh. So,
Even just a hair, no?
Hey, careful with the hair.
Oh. Direct on cam, please.
Yeah. All right, so going back to live action, Calandra with the service. Free ball for Letran. They are leading by 7 points, make that 8. And they would be serving for set point right here.
Isar with a good season so far. You mentioned that it has been up and down for the past years, but she's been doing so well.
Yeah. And it's a good story, especially for the athlete showing fortitude na kahit na ano mangyari, ready ka lang. Ikot at ikot yung bola eh. Babalik at babalik sa'yo. Kailangan ready ka para pag bumalik ulit, kaya mong i-reward yung coaches mo na nagtiwala sa'yo. Sari going for that lefty tip. Ito, overset by Nat Estelier.
Ball was too fast. Too fast and too long.
Kasi si Sari, parang yung mga world school na open, na kailangan bigyan mo ng medyo mahabang launch pad na may buwelo talaga. Ayan o, even yung approach niya eh, if she gets a high set, she can get into that launch pad on her rhythm.
And her swing as well as her follow through. Look at that. So powerful.
And that takes care of business for the Lady Knights. They take the first set, 25-17. Second set, when we return.
Our first set, our score is 25-17. In favor of the Correo de San Juan de Letran Lady Knights. They now lead the game 1-9.
Letran taking care of business, 25-17 in the first set. Nandito pa rin tayo sa ating Season 101 ng Women's Volleyball Tournament. A lot of fireworks being displayed by both squads.
Well, these two teams, it's not just the battle of the offense, but it's the battle of the defense. You have Silva as well as Karabot, who has been all over the floor getting those balls up. But you had Sari, who was just impeccable in this match from front row to back row. But you know what, Batara? There's nothing new here. She has been carrying her team time and time again. But you know what? One person we should also highlight would be Deyala. Sobrang hirap nang nangyayari.
Ang taas
on
ng
her
work rate
end,
niya.
yes.
Palo siya ng palo. May mga instances na nakikita natin siya na galing sa kanan, na pupunta sa kaliwa, talagang hinahabol, dinadala sa kanya yung bola. But that's what entails being that first option.
Exactly. When you're an opposite hitter, you have to be ready to get all those sets. But one person who has been we haven't been highlighting so far is Martin. She has been such a great player in this match. Her efficiency is on point as well.
Kaya ko kasi very demonstrative ngayon si Yen Martin eh. Okay ba yung adjective ko? Demonstrative. Kasi gumahangat-ngat siya ngayon eh. As we see the numbers, +5 on attacks. Ang Letran, they are +1 in aces. Errors, mas marami pang ibinigay ang JRU. So that basically is the story of our first set.
Well, from the statistics, you can already see that JRU has to double time in terms of blockings because the attacks of Letran, it's a lot more than JRU. They have to be able to close those seams and just read the sets of Estrelier well.
And Father Vic Calvo. Ano si Father? Smile lang. Relax lang. Comfortable ang Lady Knights. Leading here, a set to 1. And they're immaculate in Season 101. So first to serve would be the Lady Knights. Colendra playing extended minutes alongside Martin, Silva, Sari, Isar, and Estrelier. That's the starters for the Lady Knights in the second set. Navarra, Dimatawaran, Ramos, Deyala, Lalong Isip, and their libero na pinalitan ngayon ni Yanya Nalonya, who has been really doing well, Karabot.
But Coach Mia also mentioned, because the question na binato ko sa kanya was, Coach, sino yung player ngayon na inaasahan mo from the rookies? Before kasi sabi niya si Deyala. 2 years ago sabi niya sa akin si Deyala. But right now, yung inaasahan niya daw is Karabot as a young libero. And we can see it. She doesn't look like she's not playing as she's a rookie or as she's young. She's been playing like a veteran already in this match.
Definitely a blue chip recruit for the Lady Bombers. Ang laking bagay niyan. And on the joust, JRU ends up with it. Ramos going for that long tip. Silva, Sari on the wind-up, load up.
It's hard to block a player, especially an open spiker, if your reach is that high.
Yun na naman. Give her a high set so she can get into her rhythm. Let her load up and full swing, full contact points for Vanessa Sari.
Definitely gonna detonate anytime soon.
Yep. Sari on the service. Navarra on that low setup job. Silva going to Estrelier. She tries to hit. And she gets a point.
That's an advantage if you have an attacking setter. That connection between Estrelier and Silva, though.
So Sari again on the service. Good serve. Di matawaran.
1-2 play.
And enjoying the action. Third point for Nat Estrelier.
And this is the advantage of having really tall players who you convert into a setter kasi they can have these situations without having any problem.
Yep. Kyla Navarra going to Di Matawaran. Quick on the middle, and Jay Desar getting another point.
Desar has been playing so well in this match.
At saka nakangiti na siya ulit. Last year medyo, you know na medyo heavy sa kanya dahil she's part of the rotation I observe.
And that's what you need talaga from the players. Like,
enjoyment.
yes.
Estelier, back row hit by Colendra. Gets popped up. Navarra, underhand. Going to Ramos. Sari on the reception. Martin, nobody home on that backline.
This is such a good problem for Coach Mayet. She has so much players to utilize. You have Martin, you have Sari, you still have Makilang on the bench. For the opposite, you have Nitura.
Averaging almost 90.
Yes.
Nitura.
And if you, exactly, if you don't have those two opposites, you have Estrelier.
So Estelier going to Martin. And a little under that ball yung palo ni Yen Martin. And she knew it the moment that she made contact.
I think the biggest challenge, though, for Letran would be having the next Silva.
Totoo.
Because she has been such a staple. She has been such, I would say, a pillar for her team. But I think it's her last playing year.
Back-to-back best libero. Nag-MVP na rin yata siya sa beach volley.
So you really need to create a new libero for next year.
Pero dyan hindi magkukulang mga Pilipino. As we see, a quick again by Jade. I think that was Jade Lison or Vanessa Sari on the middle.
That's why I'm actually excited to see Enverga as well for the Lady Knights. She's the second libero of the team.
Hirap kumuha ng minuto kay Silva. Walang bumabagsak na bola Madalang na madalang. On the jump service, Isar. Quick on the middle. Batara getting into that middle of the campfire.
Perfect set, and Batara makes a way to put it in.
Nakala mo binubuhat ni Batara lahat. Alam mo yung tape dun sa balikat sa kabila.
Currently the Queen Bomber. I wonder what Shola Alvarez will think about that.
Smile lang. Alam mo naman si Shola.
Definitely.
Supportive ate.
Of course.
Which you would be calling the games this Sunday. We gotta check the schedule.
But there's a challenge.
Mukhang nag-contact na sa floor. Challenge Coach Mia.
Floor touch challenge by Coach Mia.
We have a challenge for the JRU Lady Bombers.
For the Lady Knights, though, and in their lineup, there's 3 liberos listed. You have Zamudio, you have Enverga, and of course Silva. We have yet to see the other liberos.
Parang 4 na taon nang hindi binabalitan yung libero ng Letran.
And the great thing is, yung libero nila sa beach volleyball din.
Yeah.
All around.
Super libero.
Talking about liberos, you have Karabot, who has been impeccable in this game for JRU.
Different generation. Yan yung isa sa mga gusto ko itanong sa airpods mo As we see this challenge on the floor touch and
Good challenge by Coach Mia. Good eye.
I want to ask your dad before, whenever I see him in the traffic area. Coach, Ano tingin mo doon sa mga sumasayaw na player? Pag may mga coaches siya.
All good vibes.
Good vibes lang naman si coach.
Still serving for JRU.
Kasi sanay siya sa boys na dinidikdik na. So here comes Letran. Colendra.
Oh, that's still in.
Nisen Colendra.
Nisen Colendra. Getting that hit to go down. I covered one of her games last season. We picked her as best player of the game, coming off the bench and just providing a lot of firepower. They were behind. I think that was against Perpetual or Arellano, I'm not sure. Tapos talaga ang ganda ng inilaro niya off the bench. Ginamit siya parang third set na. Tapos nakakuha sila ng rhythm.
But now she's one of the main gunners for this match. So
starter pa. And now, a service ace brings us to our first technical timeout of the second set. When we return, Glyce Salgato will be giving us an update.
Mga kapuso, nagbabalik tayo dito sa NCAA Season 101 Women's Volleyball Tournament. From the first point up to the last point, may tsansa kapalagi. These are words from Coach Mia Chuseco na patuloy niyang paalala sa kanyang kupunan and something that they must hold on to after falling behind in set 1. Kaya naman coming into this set, she reminded her team to be more mindful of their floor coverage, calling on her squad to be able to read their opponents better. She closed the huddle by telling them na huwag pabayaang lumamang ng malaki itong Lady Knights, saying that they must stay in the game. All from courtside, Coach Hammer and Gaira.
Quick answer from Kring Batara. Coming off that timeout, may chance. Got may points pa.
and that's what you get. You have Batara detonating if you have perfect defense.
Yun talaga yung first ball eh. Oh, good attack there by Sari, but great pop-up by Ramos. Deyala going for that long ball. Back set. Colendra.
Perfect defense so far. Batara with two hands.
Colendra going for the cross court against lalong Isip.
Colendra.
That's what I was mentioning earlier. Ang laki ng space nila sa zone 6. You have lalong Isip. Although she's a libero, she used to be a libero. Ang laki ng masyado niyang kino-cover.
Yep.
Especially if you have a block like that na there weren't two blockers, medyo mahirap. Dapat basahin muna ng middle blocker sa likod bago mag-move sa zone 1.
Yung pag-abante, yung paghati mo ng middle thirds ng court. It's very important as we see another point here by JRU. JRU is right there, trading punches, taking the blows, and then throwing some haymakers too. Especially this lady. So Kring Batara now up on service. Nice serve. And almost a miss set. But
I've covered 3 games already from Letran, and I've been having a hard time choosing player of the game every time because everyone is on the leaderboard, on the scoreboard.
And that's what you want as a coach. You want everybody to be potent. You want them to have that confidence to be a point of attack. But somebody who has been the point of attack for JRU the whole afternoon is Nicole Deyala. Foiled against Sari, getting blocked. Pop up. Comes JRU. Navarra on the underhand setup. Deyala trying to break down this defense. Good pop up by Lalong Isip.
Perfect pass.
On the 1-2. Sari. Full swing. Oh, good looking hit.
What a delight it is to see these live. These two teams live.
Oh. Free ball for Letran. Sari. Oh, long rally we're having. On the 1-2 was Navarra. Martin. House Colendra. Getting a point.
Great hustle by these two teams. Colendra changing things up with that cut shot in the middle.
So ito na nga yung adjustment ni Coach Mia. Devil's advocate thinking, I'll dress lalong isip as an attacker so that I would have the luxury of having 2 liberos at the same time because we've known that by the numbers, Letran is the #1 attacking team. So for the long hits, try to cover it. Good hit right there. But on the scramble, Ramos not able to control that ball. Another point for the Lady Knights, and that prompts Coach Mia Choseco to burn another timeout. Let's listen in.
Walang pipikit. Diba? Oh, so anong nangyayari? Ayan na tayo. Anong ginagawa sa atin? Hulog, hulog, palo. Hulog, palo. Anong palo nila? Long palo nila. Kasi pinapaatras kayo. Tapos yung hulog nila, so ready tayo. Pag pumwesto tayo, ready tayo sa malakas. Tapos pag area nyo, kuha ka agad. Ginagawa natin yan. Ginagawa natin yan. Kaya nyo yan gawin.
Great reminder by Coach Mia. Kita mo talagang she's structuring everything piece by piece. But look at that hustle by Lalong Isip trying to get that ball.
Bagay na bagay yung mga reminders si Coach Mia. Laging may chance. Tapos, hulog. Huwag kasi pa-fall. Bagay na bagay. Valentine's pa naman.
Ready, si Coach Hammer.
Ready ako ngayon. Ready ako. On point. Sabi ko sa iyo, nag-game prep ako eh. And on that.
But that was such a great reminder from Coach Mia in terms of defense. Kasi sinasabi niya, dapat pumwesto muna sila. And then, she reminded na they're going for the short, long balls. Dapat nakapwesto sila in their system that they usually do para makaka-forward sila ng maayos. Hindi nila pinapangunahan.
Yep. Nagsascramble kasi sila na nagsascramble here. Dahil nga mas medyo komportable ka dahil parang ang dalawang libero yung nasa likod mo ngayon. Mansari on the hit. Ramos, good pop-up.
Lalong Isip, acting like a setter.
Sari, loaded. And she gets that point.
But even though Letran is up by half, nakikita natin sa JRU, they haven't been losing heart and the rallies have been so long. Nakikita natin na hindi basta-bastang bumabagsak yung bola.
Yeah. Tsaka mahaba yung rally. Pinaghihirapan din talaga ng Letran yung bawat puntos na nakukuha nila. Padilla on the serve. That's her 3rd serve of the 2nd set.
Their defense, talking about JRU, their defense has been on point, but it's their conversion that they're having a hard time with. But Colendra having an amazing game so far.
Loaded hits, going for the cross court. Every time that ball ends up on that side,
Substitution for JRU.
she just explodes every time.
Number 12, Laika Yongkong-in.
Padilla. Oh, good float on the serve. That's an ace. That was a short serve.
What a game by the middle blockers of Letran. Padilla. So consistent.
So second technical timeout tayo. 9-point lead for the Lady Knights. So this was the last attack. Oh, that was Padilla's off-speed tip. And then a service ace. Right there, short service ace. Sa harap na hulog. Madalang natin. Makita yun ngayon. Lynn Padilla.
You can see her teammates have been so supportive in
I think
this
she's a
match.
freshman, eh, no? Freshman yata sa Padilla. Let me check. Let me check on that. Let me check on it before I wreck myself. I won't check with
But
that.
I did see her play in the I think that was under 18. But she was so good. But I'm seeing that she has grown so much. And her maturity, talagang bagong-bago.
Second year, sophomore.
Yes, she played in the under-19 last year.
Good pop-up by Martin. Sari with a cut shot, and she gets that point. Letran now 18-7.
That is what you need from an outside hitter. Those angles and those hits.
Pwesto, buha bola, palo tayo. Palo sa loob ng court. Okay? Isa-isa, itaas niyo yung bola. Tingnan kayo, taas niyo yung bola. Mag-play tayo, mag-play.
Okay, convert tayo. Isang convert lang. Let's go!
Parang whenever Coach Mia has that timeout, she goes back to the basics.
Yeah.
Right now, it's an 8-0 run
Diba,
for
Coach talk nga na laging sinasabi, guy, na whoever does the basics at the most optimum level are the teams that consistently win. So being brilliant with the basics, fundamentals, maganda yung mga malalakas na palo, highlight, but yung meat and potatoes of the execution, it's always about executing the basics properly.
And with Coach Mia, she mentioned nga na rebuilding itong Lady Bombers. So, she's also building everyone's confidence from scratch.
Ganun talaga, especially with a youthful squad.
No need for a challenge kasi umamin naman ang blockers ng Letran.
Thumbs up sa Theo Professor yan. Mamin. Wala sa Philo 2, Philo 1. Colendra gets blocked. Sari going off speed. Good pop-up by Lalong Isip. Navarra with an underhand service. Silva setting it up. Sari going long, and that is in.
But Ramos is asking for that challenge. He said it was out.
For JRU, ball in, ball out.
And from the past seasons, we've had challenges usually pag semis or finals na lang. So it's great that this time around in the 101 season of the NCAA, we have the challenge all throughout.
Challenge lang. Nantay ko nga yung mga sumasayaw eh. Oh, that's out. That is a men's, di ba? When we did the men's games. Pagka may challenge.
Sino Barbie?
Mga bigista kung sumayaw. Pwede pang pro leagues eh. So, point gets awarded to the Lady Bombers. 9 serving 18 rather. Quick on the middle. No good. Estelaire for Sari. And she makes sure of that. Loaded hit. And she gets a point.
Colendra and Sari duo in this match against JRU.
Colendra on the serve. Navarra. Ramos tries it. Long hit. Back row attack. Martin.
Perfect pass by Lalong Isip.
Colendra. Back row attack again by Martin. Navarra setting up Ramos. Good pop-up by Silva. Nakangiti pa. And a point again for Nysen.
Silva is the type of teammate na pagkasama mo siya sa loob, hindi ka na mangangamba.
You know, kaganahan ka, lagi nakangiti eh.
Everything seems so easy for Silva.
The luxury of having the best libero. Can't stress it enough. I'm a fan of defense, but Ramos with a heavy hit right there. She gets the point.
Substitution for Letran.
10-point lead by Letran. But JRU still trying.
Number 10,
to get back up here.
Super shuffle here. Number 8, Princess Tumayaw gets inserted in the game. As well as first sighting of Judel Netura. Sari off speed.
Read well.
Ramos loaded hit. Martin foils that. Attack by Netura fresh off the can. Sari breaking down the blockers.
Sari has been doing so well. She has been reading the blockers perfectly in this match. And even with her previous matches against other teams, talagang magaling magbasa itong si Sari.
Mabilis yung processing niya, no? Especially pagka nandiyan siya sa back row at saka dun sa left side, which is her natural attacking side. Mabilis siya mag-recognize kung saan niya dadalhin yung bola. Tapos meron pa siyang talent to vary her hits while on air.
And this is what we're seeing from a sophomore player.
Parang ang veterano maglaro.
Exactly.
And speaking of veterans, Judel Netura, Juday getting her first point. Ito, athlete talaga to. It's in the DNA. So, magkakapatid pa na yung athletes eh. Oh, good job serve by Sari. Navarra. Lalong isip her first attack. Back-to-back hits by Judel Netura.
Welcome back to the court.
Top 10 scorer. Now scoring a pair. Coming into the game on the 20-10 mark. But an attack error.
Service error, rather.
Service error by Vanessa Sari. Konting pagod. First error nila of the service.
Looks like it, but you know what? She's the kind of player na high risk, high reward. But so far, wala naman siyang masyadong errors. Just a few in this game. She has been very efficient. Service error coming from JRU.
Panitan na tayo dito. High risk, high reward.
Number 6, Palang Padilla. Number 23, Silorio A. The Letran Lady Knights are now at set point.
So Napal serving for the set. 24 serving 11.
Coach Mayet subbing in her second 6 now.
Lalong isip with a hit. Will pop up by Sari.
Good bump set.
And they get a point.
Yuri Swammer.
Soft touch works for JRU.
So medyo awkward pa nga yung pagkakatama, but they'll take the point. So 12 serving 24. Trying to chip away are the Lady Bombers. And going for that one too. Good read. Kahit ako napikian.
Silorio, fresh from the bench. This is what you like from Letran. A lot of young talents.
Yep. Really quick on the middle. And Silorio getting that point for that second set. 25-12, Letran takes a commanding 2-0 lead.